Congresswoman, it's always so good to see you on this show. You yourself released a statement earlier this week when you voted no on this CR. You said, quote, "This bill is another gift to Elon Musk and Donald Trump, giving them a pretense to further strip our checks and balances until Trump is truly a king." Two senators from your state of Maine also voted no. But what happens now? How does the party move forward?
So look, here's what I've been thinking about, Katie, is that we have right now within the Republican Party a party of contempt. They have contempt for their constituents. They're not doing town halls. They don't want to be accountable to their constituents. They're cutting Medicaid. They're looking at, cutting Social Security and other programs they rely on. So we know what we're getting with them. And they don't believe in checks and balances or the rule of law. They're willing to give all of their power over to this president and its henchmen. But on our side, on the Democratic side, we run the risk of coming across as arrogant and as not listening to what our voters and what Americans are telling us, which is they want us to stand up to this administration and fight for those programs and not let Elon Musk have access to our personal private data and to not have them go after programs that we have already funded and getting rid of our authority as Congress, having the power of the purse. And so when we don't listen, when we back down, this sends the absolute wrong message that we are not willing to fight. And that is why I was so furious. And I know that that is true across my caucus in the House, from Blue Dogs to progressives. We were united. This was a time to not blink. And I think Schumer really missed the moment. I really do.
So we heard Schumer say that this shutdown would give Trump and Musk unchecked abilities to dismantle aspects of the government. But we always speak frankly on the show. What's the difference then between what they're already doing versus what they're going to be doing?
That's exactly right, Katie. There is no difference. Were they two great choices? No, because they're already not respecting the rule of law. We're already tied up in litigation about their executive orders. They're testing the boundaries every single day. We had that unhinged press conference at the Department of Justice in which Trump was going after individual Americans, private citizens. We had the selling of Teslas on the White House lawn. So to say that somehow this was the best move to mitigate the damage is already happening. And what we want to see, and that's what we have heard from our voters, what the House wants to see is a partner in the Senate that is going to stand strong with us. And we were deeply disappointed. Many of us were working for days behind the scenes to get to a different outcome. And I think the fact that the leader said one thing and then within 24 hours did an about face, it just looked pathetic. And it is a betrayal. We are supposed to be the check on the system. We're supposed to be the bulwark. Can we please act like it?
So then the obvious follow-up question is this. Is it time for new leadership?
Yeah, look, one of the things that I always say when I'm asked this question is we don't own our seats. OK, this is the problem sometimes with members of Congress, whether you're in the House or the Senate, when you've been there a long time or fairly new as I am. We don't own our seats. It's not Chuck Schumer's seat. It's not Becca Balint's seat. The seats belong to the voters. And so the people of New York are going to have to decide in this moment, was caving the right thing for him to do? And members of the Senate need to do some deep soul searching about how they want to show up for the American people right now. And so I always say, we have to continue to do better and not continue to play by playbooks from 20 years ago. And that's where the rage comes from Americans, that the Trumpism, the MAGAism has broken the system, and yet we continue to play as Democrats as if the system is intact. We have to throw punches. We have to be able to go toe-to-toe and not blink. Because if we don't, where is the stop? Where is the pressure for them to back down? And I think we sent the exact wrong message to Republican senators and Republican House members right now, that in the end, Democrats will fold. And I'm just, as you can tell, I'm still angry.
Well, listen, don't apologize, because this is exactly the type of good fight that people want to see, because your point is so poignantly well taken. The seat doesn't belong to you, and it doesn't belong to Chuck Schumer. It belongs to the voters who put you in that place to be their voices in the halls of Congress when we can't be there. So the rules of engagement have changed. And Congresswoman Becca Balint, you're always letting us know that you're aware of it and that you are up for that fight. So thanks for being here today and sharing that with us.
And Katie, love your show. Love your show.
Thank you.
Heartbroken.
I appreciate it.
Heartbroken.
Thank you.
You're a class act.
I'm speechless. Thank you, Congresswoman. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.